Depending on your viewpoint, permaculture is a very new or very ancient agricultural and social design model that reverently observes basic ecological and ethical principles.
Permaculture is the conscious design and maintenance of agricultural productive ecosystem which have the diversity, stability and resilience of natural ecosystem. It is the harmonious integration of landscape and people providing their food, energy, shelter and other material and non-material needs in a sustainable way.
Permaculture's most prominent Indian advocate is Sri Narsana Kapola, whose Aranya Agricultural Alternatives organized India's first International Permaculture Conference in Hyderabad last year. Their IPC hosted many of India's environmental heroes, and 1,200 delegates from 60 countries. Although permaculture design is spreading globally, it is still unknown in most of Rajasthan, which is why this program was conceived. In Udaipur, this last year has been encouraging for all of us working to improve the natural and social environment. We obtained Rajasthan's first organic certification for an entire rural village, and Udaipur city is seeking eco-friendly ideas to improve its national smart city ranking. It seemed like a perfect time to introduce rural and urban Udaipur to permaculture thinking, and when we met Narsana ji in Hyderabad last November, he happily agreed to a visit. Then NABARD, Astha Sansthan and the Maharana Pratap University of Agriculture and Technology all stepped in and helped create this wonderful 3-day program. We started April 28th at Astha Sansthan to introduce permaculture to Astha's women farmers and other Udaipur NGO members. On April 29th, Narsana ji took the message to the farmers in Jaisaman's Khati village, the organic certified village we mentioned earlier.
खेत को जाके खाएंगे बोल के उसको नहीं मालूम है ना गाय को कुछ भी नहीं मालूम चारा नहीं मिले दूसरा गांव में जाते अपना जमीन को अपना गांव को अपन बचा लेने का रास्ता सीख लेना वो लोग ये देख के वो लोग भी ऐसे कर लेते उसका गांव को और कुछ गांव से भी आ रहे होंगे गाय चारा नहीं मिल रहा जाते.
And on April 30th, Maharana Pratap University hosted us to explain permaculture concepts to its officers, faculty and graduate students.
And there is a great advantage with the permaculture is a permanent agriculture. Permaculture is a response, is an alternative way of life based on cooperation and the non-exploitative relationship biosphere and as part of it.
So this is the right occasion to learn so many things about the concept of the permaculture.
It is related to your green. Culture is the culture of not only crops, cultivation culture, human culture, soil culture. With whom you want to make a good relationship, what help you want from them. Which element you want just to be. They want both. They want water, they want fish. Fish want water, water want fish. Without sun, all these things will happen, right?
Narsana ji's highly interactive sessions drew out many contributions that taught him a lot about local practices and province.
वो अच्छे को और आगे भली आ गई आराम से अच्छी मूंग लगे थे फिर 1 घंटा मेरे को नींद आई 50 गांव आ गई सारी खा गई
क्या गाय खा ली ओके
साफ कर दिया पूरा खेत
वो ऐसा के लिए भी गवर्नमेंट में वाटरशेड में कैटल ट्रेंच क्या बोलते गाय का उसको बोलो ना कैटल ट्रेंच खुदा रहे.
The media responded quickly and positively to the permaculture program, but the responses from the participants were the most encouraging and heartening.
नए पेड़ लगाने और पानी नहीं है वहाँ भी बंजर जमी है वहाँ भी पेड़ लगा के फल पेड़ लगा सकते हो. नदी नाले है तो ऊपर से पानी आ रहा है तो नाली बनाना खेत वो बनाना पिक्चर में इसमें भी देखा है और आप आमने सामने बातचीत में भी हम समझे हैं और आज का दिन मेरे अच्छा लगा है.
Actually, we are segregating the things from nature instead of integrating the things. And rightly, he has, through the practical experiment, he's shown the interrelations between different components of natures, how they are interrelated to each other. If one component collapses, how the system collapses and damage. That practically he has shown us, and that was actually the concept of this permaculture, and we got it very well.
Before I come here, I thought let us do whatever I can, but after coming here and looking at this situation, I think is much more potential in terms of people are so receptive, and the environment and the landscapes which are very potential to do what permaculture speaks and talks and does. Like yesterday where I've been there, the Gatti village is one of the very good landscape. I never come across that kind of situation where the hilly areas are there, slopes are there, and a lot of water has been getting wasted, they are flowing into the river, and people are very receptive to undertake some of these measures, the water harvesting and the soil erosion measures, where people are doing fishing and a lot of farming around it, and that is one of the best ecosystem where we can interact. I think it will make it that entire village as a green belt by planting useful plants and some of the plants which can be harvest the water, and some of the water, a lot of biomass and a lot of animal population is there. I think how we can integrate this animal into the farming systems, then their livelihoods and the agroecology system, how you integrate with the permaculture principles and ethics, and there exactly the designing the desert you call it, or just as a hamlet you call it, or the landscapes you call it. I think this is one of the best to show to people where we can interact with these natural forces, how to work with the systems which are very cooperative there. I think there the human intervention is not much required, but already the natural systems are in much are in place. If you make them understand, I think they are the best people to show it to the world and country and the region. As far as coming to the university, I think this is one of the great experience for me to work with this kind of people. I think that kind of receptiveness they have, I don't know, but most of the people, even from professors to vice chancellor and the students, I think they're more ready to receptive, more ready to listen, and they take on some of these concepts of permaculture. I think definitely that is a good sign for the future learnings. I think we can continue this relationship with the universities where the learning tool, I think they are one of the permaculture is a learning tool. I think slowly things will get changed. I hope so. It has to be one of the going to be the one of the good university to introduce this kind of ethical and very alternative systems into the mainstream of agriculture systems and then the institutions. So thank you so much for bringing here Ritaji and the team of people and the professors and readers. I think the community where we are working with them, and a lot of community people also came, the watershed team and the NGOs. I think I should thank each one of them. I think there's a great energy for me to work with this kind of situations. Thank you so much for being with us since morning till evening. Thank you so much.